We are now pleased to welcome into the program the WCHA Conference Commissioner, Bill Robertson. Bill, thank you for taking the time to join us. Let's talk about this past season and especially Michigan Tech. They had a great year in conference play, finishing atop the conference but fell short of that NCAA tournament. How did Mel Pearson's leadership for that squad help not just the Huskies climb up the ranks, but also the WCHA as a whole?
Well, I think they're a marquee school in our conference, number one, and nationally they're known for their rugged play, and they play in a wonderful building up in Houghton, Michigan, and I think that's a big advantage for them overall. And Mel Pearson is known throughout college hockey as one of the great tacticians in the game, and he's done a lot to help grow our league. And I think they're going to be another marquee team this coming year in the WCHA as well as all of college hockey.
Yeah, Michigan Tech, definitely a team that turned a lot of heads. Now let's talk about another team that turned some heads, Ferris State. They finished fourth in the conference, but they were able to not just make the NCAA tournament, but also upset St. Cloud State. How did that upset and their overall performance last year help elevate the conference as a whole?
Well, they were a Final Eight team in all of college hockey, and Bob Daniels gets a lot of that credit as he built that squad. In particular, the second half of the year, Ferris State Bulldogs played extremely well in our conference championship in Grand Rapids, Michigan at Van Andel Arena. And then he took that to the XL Energy Center in St. Paul, where he did upset St. Cloud State and then almost beat UMD to go to the Final Four, the Frozen Four of college hockey, as we say in the college hockey business. But they had a great year and a great run. And it seems like every year Ferris State finishes strong. They're a tough team to play against, and if you asked any other coach in the country who would they not want to play in a regional or in the Frozen Four, they would tell you there would be Ferris State University.
After that big win, I'm sure a lot of people have their eyes on them. All right, Minnesota State also had a great year, losing just 5 times in conference play, the fewest losses for the WCHA as a whole. What can we expect and what can fans expect from this team next year?
Well, they're going to be very good again. Minnesota State is a premier franchise in the WCHA for sure. And I will say this, that 2 years ago, they were ranked number 1 in the country for most of the season and were upset in the first round of the NCAA regionals in South Bend, Indiana. And I think they took that to heart and then played a really tough schedule in the WCHA and then outside in non-conference play. At the end of the day, I think all our teams had some issues maybe running out of gas towards the end because of our rugged travel schedule. But Minnesota State, under their leadership of Mike Hastings, has done a marvelous job in building that program up as a premier college hockey program. And just like we talked about with Ferris State and Michigan Tech, Minnesota State Mankato again will be near the top of the heap in the WCHA in 2016-2017.
The WCHA Conference, a conference to be reckoned with in college pucks. Joining us to give us his insight, he is WCHA Commissioner Bill Robertson. Bill, thank you for the time.
All right, Jorge, thank you. Enjoy your week.